Hi everyone, Nobo Electrician here again. So we're down on the GNS, we're down near Slimbridge. Done quite a lot of work on this boat over the time, on and off. It's got a full set of lithiums on here, battery to battery chargers, all that sort of stuff. Those were the original panels that Aqualine fitted, so now we're adding some more custom brackets to allow the customer to tilt them towards the sun, which is normally that way when he's on his mooring. So fairly heavy duty stainless steel brackets. So we're drilling and tapping the roof for these. These are Victron, strangely. Victron, I can't remember what size we got these, 215 watt a piece. So we're running two MPPT smart controllers. Now one's a blue solar, one's a smart solar that I put in. So I've got to wire that back to the batteries in a second. I've got a lot of fixings with me, but none that suit this application. So the customer's just going to nip up to a fastenings company that's just up the road. While he does that, I'm going to go down and run the cables from the MPPT to the batteries. The solar's already wired in, ready for the plugs here. So that's all done from a previous visit. But yeah, fairly heavy duty brackets. And it's a gorgeous morning. It's not. Which is why I try not to work during the winter time. This is coming to the end of the season. Quite blustery down here. Just about get away with it today as it stands. But yeah, it's coming to that point where climbing about on roofs and stuff starts to get a little bit dangerous, especially standing up with solar panels and things. So I apologise if that wind's affecting the sound, it might well be. So right, while the customer goes and fetches these, I'll get the engine bay covers up and we'll get these cables run down to the batteries, get a fuse in them. Near the batteries, remember? Near the batteries. As close as practically possible. And so that could be done now while he's away. That's it, I'm rabbiting a bit. So let's crack on with that and let's get this day out over and done with before it chucks it down the rain again. Okay, so yeah, I'm in a dark cupboard. Here's the MPPT that we put in last time, and there's the original one. So we're running two 150/35s together because the panels are mismatched. So that's why we're running two MPPTs. You have to match solar panels up to so they're all the same type, ideally. So that one's all in and working fine. This one, the solar cables are connected from last time, but I haven't connected the battery ones up yet. So got to go run cables down through that little opening there into the engine bay and along here. And there's the batteries I put in a few months ago, 5 sterling lithiums. You can probably just see the battery to battery charger that's poking out at the back of the battery box as well, and a little heater that we put in just to keep them above freezing. So yeah, quite a bit of space in this engine bay. That bar I generally take out, but I'm going to try and get away with not taking it out this time, but looking at it I might well have to. So nice boat, nice engine bay, and of course here's the typical Aqualine sort of installation. Nice installation, a bit over the top for my liking. I don't think you need all that, but hey ho, it's a good installation and that's the main thing. Right, let's go and get some cables out the van and we can run some cables through there. Okay, started to rain. What a surprise. Right, okay, so I've just done a little calculation for volt drop. And I was thinking I'd probably go 10mm section area cable, but actually you really need 16. 10mm is over 4%, 4.5% volt drop, which I always like to be below 4% on a 12 volt. So by going up to 16, it's about 3.5%. So yeah, bigger cable, a bit more expense obviously, but I I'm going 16 mil. I'm pretty sure when they wired that other solar in, I think it's only in 6. Might be 10, not really checked properly. If it's in 6, it's way under. So maybe I'll speak to the owner about that in case at some point he might want to up that. But for now, we'll concentrate on this installation. So 16mm cable, not cheap. So, yep, 16mm high flex. As always. Oh, Met Office, urgent weather warning, much of the UK, wind and rain. No, happy days. I am a lucky boy sometimes. Not very bloody often. Yeah, gone are those summer days. T-shirt and shorts. It's definitely coats and jeans kind of weather, this one. But not many weeks left till we disappear to Spain for the winter. But split conduit. Yep, so I'm putting a tape around there just to start that off. Poke that through the bulkhead so I can get that bit in, and then I'll measure back as I go to cut the length. Because this is just single insulated cable, you really should be adding a second layer. Right, let's get some tape for that and see if I can get that through the bulkhead. They do take a convoluted route, these cables. Well, arm's length. Right, I couldn't see if they're inside at all. Right, there they are, I think. Here they are. Let's see if that... Right, so there's the cables run through the conduit. Let's put that back. Trunking, I should say. Down through into the engine bay. So it's all neat, all hidden away. I'll put a couple of cable ties on here a bit later. 16mm cable on the one I'm installing. That's probably 10mm. So that will be over 4% volt drop. But I'm going for that slightly bigger cable. Because that takes me below 4%. So right, apart from a couple of cable ties on there, that's done in there. So into the engine bay. All I've got to do now is clip that conduit along, get it through to the batteries, get a fuse in up there. Bit of huffing and puffing, but here's the negative ready to go on the shunt here, and the positive is up here ready to go into the battery box where we'll fit a fuse. So here's those nice set of lithiums that we put in a few months ago now, with spare studs so I can install the solar as well. So I'm going to go to the middle one on this one, trying to balance it out a little bit. We've got solar, I can't see where the solar is on that one, but we'll obviously have solar. There's the inverter charger there, the big one, and a couple of other takeoff points, but we try to balance it the best we can. And then like I say, I'm going to put the solar onto that middle stud there that is sitting free. In fact, the other solar's on that one, so yeah, I'll put it on there so that way the solar's going into the middle of the 4 batteries. The inverter charger's coming out that one end, and there's also the battery to battery charger, which is that one up there. No perfect system, they don't exist, but yes, trying to balance it out the best you can so all the batteries get a little bit of the same kind of voltage charging, it's not the right words, the same level of charging because there are volt drops through all of the bus bar. It's minimal, but they are there. So if you just charge this end, that one would be furthest away and never quite get the same charge that this one got. So hey, that's the theory. But right, let's get a lug on there. 8mm hole, 10mm cable, and that one here, they're 10mm holes, 10mm cable. So I'm gonna get a couple of lugs, get them crimped on. There's blue Newly out there now. Right, let's get these cables crimped up so we can connect the batteries in, then we can put this cover down. 16mm lug, 10mm hole, which goes onto the shunt. I'm using my hydraulic crimp tool today. Normally I use my hand crimp tool for these smaller ones, but that appears to be in the van, which is still in the garage. So but I know this crimps everything, so this is the one that I managed to put in the little courtesy car. That's that one. Okay, so we're going to need to get a nut out of the van. So a mini fuse carrier, 40 amp fuse, which is just slightly over what it will carry, what the MPPT will supply, but it's way under what 60mm cable carries, so protecting the cable all the time. Right, so smaller lugs for these. So let's get that connected. I'll have to go and find another nut out the van. I thought it fell off in my pocket, but clearly not. But yeah, using my hydraulic crimp tool today for this. Again, just because the other one's in the van, which is in the garage. I'm trying to get this engine bay bit done first, rather than having jobs all over the place. The customers just get the fastenings. The marina where we are last night was hit by lightning, which is a bit weird for November. We all felt it. The boat's actually, it was one of those very close ones. Whether it hit a boat or hit the water or something around there, but it was a damn good crack and all the boats jumped, including the occupants. But perfectly safe, basically in a Faraday cage, so nothing to worry about. But yeah, good strike. Very weird to have lightning in November, I think. Pretty unusual. Though I can remember anyway. But yeah, and I've heard rumours we had an earthquake too, just after that. Freaky times. Yeah, I'm just finishing off some of my last installs really before the winter break. I don't have breaks quite so much in the summer, but of course come the winter time it's no fun working on boats in the winter, I guarantee you that. So that bit goes onto the, I've got to put the other one on, the other lug. That one goes onto the bus bar, and I've just got to put a lug on this one, and I'll go and find another nut out the van to where that went. They're little M5 nylocks they are, so they're not something I have I generally keep. Or they come with them obviously, but if you lose one you tend to then spoil a fuse carrier because you've had to rob it from another one. Right, that's that trim tool done with. Okay, this one's connected now. Let's just lift this box a little bit, and there's the fuse carrier in there, if you can see it, onto that centre pin on the bus bar. So get the cover back on. Easier said than done. Just rearrange the engine bay. All this stuff's back where it should be, or was. Right, let's see if we can do a software update on the MPPT. That should be able to talk to me now. So let's show you a screenshot of that. Right, when you power up the MPPT, it often tells you need an update. Just click OK and it updates. Takes a minute or two. Tells you when it's complete. Pretty straightforward. Sometimes there's another update to do, not always. Select the battery type, the voltage or type there as well, but that's automatic. And you can see there that the batteries are connected, but there's no solar, obviously, because it's nothing connected at the moment. Right, the outside stuff in this glorious sunshine. Oh, hang on. It's not. Right, fixing these tilting brackets now. 6mm, 20mm, 6mm diameter, 20mm long stainless steel cap head screws. I've just drilled the holes for one each side to start with, and then I can mark all the others and get all those drilled. It'll be quite a 12 on each panel, 2 panels. It's going to take me a while, just that. And I'm going to have to tilt them so I can mark underneath to drill them. That might be quite a challenge as well in this wind. Okay, there's one sat there, not screwed on or anything, so you can see that way. There's one. Okay, rain stop play, had enough, soaking wet. We've got the front holes drilled in, let me just show you that. So we managed to get the holes drilled in the front mounts, both panels, so they're okay. And that's it, it's absolutely bloody awful down here. So I've got to come back. As you're seeing, the MPPT's all wired in. All I've got to do is make up some solar leads to extend to the new front panels. Drill and tap about 20 holes, something like that, and then that job's complete, so he'll be happy. I think he's already happy because little bird tells me look what I've been given. Oh. Yeah, I will work for food, drinks, and it has been known for tattoos too. So that's it for today. I think you've seen most of the install. In my little hire car, little bumper car. You've seen most of the install. The only thing is I've got to connect up the solar. It's just got too bad. I can't carry on. So there we go. Down on the glossy sharpness canal. 215 panels with a 150/35 smart solar running in parallel with another one. So happy days. And on a day like today, my missus might come back from work and I'll be making no sense at all. Not unusual, some people would say, but there you go. Right, I'm going to give the garage a ring, see if my van's done. So don't forget, Kingfisher-Marine for your, it's a bit echoing here, for your Victron, Webasto, Sterling, Blue Sea, BP, NDS, inverters, solar panels, flexible solar panels, all that sort of stuff. Site's growing by the day. So yeah, give us a look at Kingfisher Marine. In the meantime, I'll see you next time. Cheers guys, bye.